this. Thank you. I'm super duper excited to introduce one of my mentees who started way back, I think in 2022 mid, when he was still an employee of Scient in Hyderabad. And he's so passionate about space technology, understanding low-level software, and also trying to get into companies that are into space technology. And definitely his biggest aim is to be part of NASA and work on different kind of astronomical projects. He took up a decision in his life to go ahead and study more about embedded systems, and currently he is doing his master's in US. He will reveal the details also. He can share the details. He is very much passionate about low-level working of software, especially related to memory and other things. Of late, he has been contributing a lot on LinkedIn. One good point I like about this person is consistency. The minute I told him that you have to build your brand, he took it very seriously and he kept on sharing his thoughts, value to the community, that the corpus of information became so big that now he is a published author. And I just asked him, like, did you make any money? Yes. Some people bought the book. If one person, or if a person can get 1 rupee from internet, tomorrow he or she can get 1 lakh from internet. I gave him complete freedom as to what you want to tell, Yashwant, is up to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you the speaker for today, Yashwant Naidu. Yashwant Naidu, the stage is yours.
Thank you, MC. Thank you so much for having me over here. Hello, everyone. I'm Yashwant Naidu. I'm currently pursuing my master's in embedded systems at Oakland University. Very excited to be in this talk and meet you all. So I'll just get started by sharing my screen. Please let me know if my screen is okay. So yes, that was my brief introduction. I'm an active content creator on LinkedIn. I've published a book on C programming problems, and I've also published a newsletter on Indian Aerospace and Defense newsletter. I am an embedded engineer. I worked as an embedded engineer, and my passion is into embedded systems. So to begin with my journey, after completing my graduation in electronics and communication engineering, I want to stick with the EC. I want to get into a core field. I found most of my friends going into IT field, and I didn't want that. And most of them going to masters. I mean, it is good, but I just want to stick in my core domain. I want to get into embedded systems. But before getting into embedded systems, I took a break after my graduation for like 3 or 4 months on researching what are the various fields that are available in electronics and which one is best suited for me, because that 3 months of decision will create a lifetime career for me. And after a deep research, I found that embedded systems syncs with whatever I am doing and whatever my interest is in. And since then, I have started my journey. To get started, as everyone, I was stuck at the beginning. There was a plethora of information on the internet. I didn't know where to get started. Then I was browsing. I found this Vector Institute. I joined that. I've done a course over there. I found the information useful over there. After my institutional training, I've joined Scient as an embedded software engineer. I worked over there for a couple of years. While I was working at Scient, I met Vamshi through LinkedIn, where at the point where I was extremely confused. So I wanted to move into a deeper, I wanted to dive deeper into embedded field, and I was not finding that opportunity at Scient. And I also wanted to get hands-on experience with the devices. So at that point of time, I found Vamshi and he guided me. The clarity was so immense. The information he gave was so valuable that, and the approach that he made me walk, it was so great that within a couple of months, I have got like 5 interview calls and from various companies two offer letters. But that was the same time while I was continuing my application for my master's degree. I had this backup, having a job offer and having to join my master's in embedded systems for the university. So I chose to continue my master's, then join the companies. And here I am now, 8 months into US, pursuing my third semester here in this field. So I'm pursuing in Oakland University, that is in Michigan. Uh, During my research for which university to join for embedded systems, I found that only a handful of universities, hardly 5, 6, are offering master's degree in embedded systems. Most of them were offering under electrical and computer engineering, but only few of them were offering embedded systems field. And if you see the image on the right, this was the main reason that I joined Oakland University. There were many research laboratories available and hands-on experience with industrial experts. People who are working in the industry currently teach our courses where we get valuable information, and the courses are very hands-on. You don't need to by heart anything. Once you understand the concept, you are good with that concept and can explain that to anyone or can work on any device. The teachings are so great over here and highly flexible. Uh, what do you talk about? I think I have met you all through LinkedIn. So, I talk about embedded systems mostly and how since I was in my early career, I was finding my way to get into embedded systems to bridge the gap between my bachelor's degree and the industrial field. I have found many resources over my time while I was searching, and I'm just contributing those resources, contributing on the LinkedIn community by passing on those resources to people who are currently in my stage or who are willing to transition to higher positions or change positions in embedded systems itself. So many people want to hop from IT to embedded. Like you can browse my LinkedIn profile and you can know how to do that. I also like to talk about RTOS. I am currently exploring the MUCAS RTOS. My way of learning is not theoretical but most practical approach. So once you're able to understand how task management is done, how memory management is done in a particular OS, then you'll be implementing the same pattern in almost all the RTOS. So I've started a series on RTOS that's on MUCOS 2. Currently, the MUCOS 3 is studying, but MUCOS 2 has great documentations and the code is so great. You can find the series of posts on my LinkedIn itself. And of course, embedded C. Yeah, there is a difference, a tiny difference between C and embedded C. Uh, Embedded C is only for C programming for hardware devices, and normal C can't run that. So for embedded C, my focus is on programming, and I upload few programs, and most of them are found in the ebook that I published. I also talk about space science and space technologies and many more embedded topics. I have a huge interest in space. I wanted to explore uh, deep into all the rovers that were how they were working like millions of miles away from home, just a software running zeros and ones on a device. That is pretty intriguing for me. I mean, if an error occurs, it needs to resolve by itself. Even if you send a signal from here, it might take days or years to reach it. So the person who writes that device, who codes that device, uh, he needs to write the code so that it's future proof. I could say that. That's one of the reasons that I joined embedded systems to implement my learnings in electronics and embedded into space industries. So a few of my achievements include publishing this Mastering C for Embedded. These are 300 essential code programming challenges, I could say. So there are 12 topics under this, each having 25 problems, set of problems. They are problem statements and they describe what to do, but they don't provide you with a solution yet. Because once I provide a single solution, most people try to understand the single solution or just copy paste it, and there would be a difference between implementing the logic by your own and taking one's code. It is good to take a reference, but most what I found myself was understanding their code and trying to implement the same. I was not going the next step, understanding, getting my own logic. So I was finding it difficult to find C programs that are related to embedded systems. So you can just say reverse a string, or you can just say create employee structure for just C programming practice. But I don't think that was sufficient enough, because when we go to interviews for the companies, there is something much more that different that they would ask. They would just give you a problem statement, and you need to bend your logic accordingly. So these programs help you develop that logical critical thinking and logic making. Uh, that's regarding this book. You can find it on Amazon in any country. You can just type Mastering C for Embedded. And I also have published this article, Finding Earth-like Planets and the Possibilities of Life Beyond Earth, on Indian Aerospace and Defense News. There was a news article that was also published under this. This was around 4 months ago, and I'm very happy to have my content pasted on such a prestigious website. It describes about different Earth-like planets that are present in our solar system, not in our solar system, in our universe, that we have found with a solid scientific proof. That article has all of that. And this is one of my posts I'd like to point out. It's within just 2 months, it's got almost 200,000 impressions. This particular article was created in such a way that how would I want to see the post if I am starting into embedded systems. So it gives a clear roadmap on what you need to learn, or where you need to begin with in your field for embedded systems. So if you want to join embedded systems, you can just browse this article. Yeah, and this is my website. This is my blogging website. So not just about embedded, you can find about almost any topic from space sciences to life and many more. There is a dedicated page for embedded that's called Emphasis on Embedded. Not many articles are uploaded on that. I'm yet to categorize them and upload them. It's gonna take a couple of months, but most of the content that's present on LinkedIn will be categorized and segmented in this Emphasis on Embedded page. Yeah, why the ebook? Who would benefit from it? As I said earlier, this ebook's main focus is on people who want to work code, who want to explore C programming for embedded devices. So people might be saying like, if I search on it, I can find many problems. I mean, I did search C programming for embedded. I found that it requires a microcontroller or just a couple of bit bitwise operations. But I didn't find those problems that would help me to keep that project in my resume. So the problems that you see in this book and a combination of them, you can implement a project by themselves. There is this lab allocator. There are different custom. In the section of memory management, there are a good number of problems that if you practice, you can keep them on your resume. And if companies see that you have worked on this, they would be very much impressed and be ready to take you in, because that's related to device drivers. That's related to low level. That's related to memory management, and it covers almost all the data structures. When you come to memory management, you need to understand various memory techniques, how you are able to allocate the memory, how you are able to map them. So everything will be in the problem description once you browse through that. Okay, so coming to today's main topic, how you can publish your own ebook. So I have published that ebook on LinkedIn as a PDF, but I wanted to have a greater reach to almost anyone, not just the people who are present on LinkedIn, but anyone. So I've used Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. Why this one? Because it is free. You don't need to have anything. You just need a computer. You just need the knowledge for the topic that you're writing in, and you just need internet. That's pretty much it. And you need to invest your time. So if you have good content created, already segregated, you can just create a manuscript or a Word document, upload in this, then you're good to go with your ebook publishing. Okay, what do you need for publishing? Choose a topic. Let it be technical or non-technical. It needs to be precise on. You need to have a clear clarity on what you are going to publish. You need to have an anchor title. So consider you have implemented an RTOS of your own. You can't just say a new RTOS and publish a book. People even if I have a new RTOS, if I want to publish that, I wouldn't click that book myself because it's just a new RTOS. There's something you need to add some spices on the title itself so that people just click on that and it would be apt on the content that you have created. So that's regarding the anchor title. Is it you also need to decide if you want to publish it in a single publish it as a single book or as a series. When you take most of the technical articles, you can publish as a series. There's no doubt, like you can see many other books that are published in series, different various versions of that. So in first book you can just talk about memory management. Second book you can talk about time management. Go dive deeper into them, compare different RTOS and how the time management, memory management, everything, every concept of RTOS introduced in them, how the patterns are. So when you dive deeper, you can't fit everything into a single book. It might go around 1500 or 2000 pages, and not many people would be interested to read 2000 pages. But if you segregate that into 200 pages book of 10, then people will uh, do read that. If you aren't creating on your own, if you're taking help, you can put them under your co-authors, and if you're taking feedback from many people, you can add them as your contributors. So whatever fields that you're seeing here are the fields that you'll be seeing in the ebook, Kindle ebook that is being shown over here. So in these fields, you'll be finding these topics. When you click on these fields, you can fill all of this when you are ready with all of this, and a brief description of what your book has. So description needs to be in such a way that the first two to three sentences gives a clear clarity on what the book is about, and the next section should talk about who would benefit from it. Along in the same section, you need to also create a suspense that this book has so and so. It's not like people need to find it interesting. So you need to add a bit of suspense in the description itself. You can it's like opening the first half of the page and leaving it and letting people open the second half. So you are just leaving it over there in the description, and you need to be clear about your target audience, because you want, if you are publishing a technical book, you are sure that people who are interested in the technical field should be reading it. People who are interested in, if embedded systems, people who are interested in embedded systems should read it. In DevOps, those are the target audience that I'm talking about. And the keywords are the main thing. So when you go to Amazon and search for embedded systems or C programming, you can find this book. A good number of keywords can be 5 to 6 keywords can be implemented, given for your book. You need to be sure on what you need to be that. You can't just say ebook or book, or you can't just say programming, because there are bundle of them under that tag. So you need to be precise so that whenever people search for that keyword, your book pops up first. So that's regarding the keywords. Manuscripts and ebook cover. These are the main two things when it comes to the ebook. Manuscript is nothing much but the document that you have created, document that you have written. You can use MS Word just for creating all your documentation, images, tables, and everything else. And for ebook cover, I have used Canva. Canva provides a variety of designs. It is paid, but it provides a huge number of designs. You can play around with a couple of designs and choose which one would be apt for your book title and book content. And the regions to publish, if you want to keep it locally or sell it internationally, that's your choice. And the pricing, if you want to, if you're starting as an author, and I would suggest keeping it at a low price, because people who are interested in that should should be able to buy it. It's not like you keep this ebook for like 1,000, 1,500 and expect people to buy it. At the same time, you are expecting people to get your content. That wouldn't match the expectation of people. But if you keep it for somewhere around 500-ish range or within 1,000 budget, people would read. It's all the number that matters. How much of a content, however valuable your content is, the pricing does matter when we come to this ebook publishing, and your personal details for that book. That's pretty much it. Which you need for publishing the ebook. And this is a snapshot of how Canva is. So as you can see, there are a good number of designs over here. You can select one from them, you can modify them, you can add your own. For the images, you can browse the stock free images and just put them over here, or you can use this. I have selected this and implemented the edges. Basically just created a text box in the middle and written whatever I wanted to write. So the title, as you can see, shouldn't be too much cluttered, and shouldn't have too much information present on that. It needs to be apt. It needs to hit the bullseye. So here I can just say mastering C for embedded. So whenever people just see the title, they recognize this is C programming, but not generic C. But these are for embedded systems. And what does this book have? As I said, it does not have answers. It just have programming challenges. So with these, you can elevating your skills in the sense, improving your logical analysis. And these are few snapshots of what the book contains. What to do, just a question, what to do and how you can expect the output. So that is one of the main thing when you come to a question. Although you understand the question, the difficulty you face is when you are writing, you got the output, but you don't know what to expect that. So this just gives an idea on what to expect that. If you can see the 20th program over here, multi-level, flatten a multi-level linked list. It might be a confusing title at first, but once you see the example, it links with 1, 2, 3, and 2 has 4, 5 childs. Then you just flatten that. So it goes 1, 2, 4, 5. You just point the node to one another, and that's pretty much it. So examples do give a good insight on what the problem description for the problem title is about. This is one more snapshot. The left part is regarding the memory management section, and the right part is regarding the bit manipulations. When you go through these problems, you can find that these implementing these doesn't. It's not like you just read the problem and directly hop on the program. You need to do some research about that. You need to take pen and paper, design your own lists on what to do, create a structure on what to do, and then you can implement that. Going through all of this would help you develop your programming knowledge for this embedded and your logical design. That is one for this. And these programs are also available for free on GitHub. So if someone wants to practice them, they are segmented into different folders. Arrays has although all of these topics have 25 different problems, and you can by using GitHub, you can also develop your Git skills that the companies are actually seeking for. And you can just pull this branch and pull this repo and clone this repo. And if you want to contribute to this repo, you can give a pull request. So as you can see on the right, there are 22 folks for this particular repository, and many people are actively working on this. And I'm highly impressed that people are contributing for this repository. As you can see on the left, people have already added their solutions in a dynamic array and custom stdio functions. I'm happily impressed. I have done this because this particular GitHub, because not everyone has the same approach to the problem. I wanted others to also contribute to this so people can view how a single problem can be approached, so that whenever they are facing a new challenge, they can pick any pattern from one of these and implement one of their own. So that is the main reason for this GitHub. That's pretty much it for this from my side. I am available on LinkedIn, as you all know, and GitHub. You can also contact me regarding one-on-one sessions for embedded career and how to start with your higher studies in US. That's pretty much from my side. Thank you for this. If you have any questions, please go ahead. I'm ready to answer.
Yeah, if anybody has any question, please type in. So Yashwant would be more than happy to answer. You heard how he
Hello.
started and all those things. Yeah.
Can I speak?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Yeah, hi, I'm Shubham. I'm in Varrock currently as a software developer. And currently, I have just started my career 8 months back in embedded software development. So I would like to know the career opportunities ahead in US as you currently pursuing masters in US, right?
Yes, about that, about embedded system, especially in Michigan. Michigan, currently where I'm staying is a hub of automotive industry. It's got plenty of industries. Currently, from where I stay at the university, or approximately within 20-30 miles, there are a good amount of around 25 to 30 companies, core companies that are seeking for embedded engineers, and in almost all the 50 states in US, wherever you go, there is a huge demand for embedded engineer, because it's not the field that people can't take you out this is that easily in this field. They need experience to people in this field. The higher the experience they have, the more valuable you become. And yeah, I find most people who have passed out from a university easily get a job in this domain, I could say. There are plenty of
Okay,
opportunities
so
over here.
what is prerequisite for it means for getting it into MS in US?
Okay, so there is this prerequisite under F1 visa. You need to stay in US for 8 months under F1 visa. Only then you are eligible to work off campus. Until then, you can work on campus. When off campus, this is the requirement that was given by USICS and the US. Uh, After 8 months, you can start your internship and you can start your full-time working off campus while at the same time while you're pursuing your masters. So until 8 months, you need to stay inside. You can only work on campus, and it is illegal to work outside, I would say. Does that answer the question?
Am I audible?
Hello?
So you're saying 8 months till 8 months you have to stay in US, right?
Yes, yes. On an F1 visa, we need to say this is a clause for all the F1 students, all the students who are on F1 visa. So until 8 months,
Okay,
they
okay.
can't work for outside the campus. They can only work on campus.
But if I am Indian, then till 8 months, what I need to do? Like there is no any education at till 8 months, any other
Not
things to do,
education,
right?
but working. Not education, but working. But when you come under F1 visa, you will be pursuing your master's degree as you would be doing master's or PhD degree. But only after 8 months, you will be eligible to work outside. On campus, there are many opportunities on campus, from technical to non-technical. You can approach the university's job portals and apply through that, or you can contact the officials in the university or the international people who help for job within the university.
Okay,
There are roles, so you
okay,
can work on campus only. But you
okay.
come
So
under if you
if
come under different visa, H1B, that's a different case. You need to work in a company. There is no class.
okay, so okay. Suppose I have given one interview in college and I got selected. So till 8 months, I will be working as an intern, right? So I have to do internship.
No, you can't do internship. Not even for the 8 months. Only after after the 8 months, you can start internships. The universities the companies that you are reaching out would also know that you wouldn't be eligible to work for the first 8 months. So even if you got let's say you got a job offer after 2 months after coming to US, you can't legally work for any company for the first 8 months. That is a strict clause given by the US government
Okay, okay.
for
Means
the
first eight
people
months
who
is
are on the
learning
first.
period, right? So we need to
Yeah,
learn in
it's
college, right?
that's basically learning period, and you can work on campus. So
Okay,
you can
okay.
also develop your strategies on how to. You can start. It's literally like you're getting 8 months of time for interview preparations. That would be a long time. So you'll be having,
Okay,
as soon
okay.
as you hit the 8 month, you are good with joining any company as an intern or as a full-time student.
Okay, I thought that till 8 months, we have to wait for college to
No, no,
enter
no.
into.
You will be doing your master's, but you can't work off campus. So you need to
Yeah,
do your
that's okay.
master's. Yeah.
Yeah, till that we got some time to prepare ourselves. Right?
Yes. Yes.
And secondly, what about automotive industries in US? So Varroc is automotive supplier, right? So I need to understand about automotive uh, core
Automotive,
companies.
there are plenty of companies. We recently had a career fair over here. There are like
Okay.
more than 50 companies that came over here. Mostly, most of them, like 50% of them are automotive and
In
Borgwana,
US?
GF, Continental, yes, Stellantis.
Oh, I thought till that in
Guys,
Germany only it is boom thing, automotive.
no,
No, I
no,
think
no.
in
There are many companies. So many companies, many international companies have their base over here, many branches over here. Whichever state you go, you find a company that you are interested in. We have even Tata and Mahindra over here.
oh, that's good. That's their OEMs only.
Yes.
And lastly, so I'm very curious about this starting career. Like before, last year, I have worked in hardware design. So later on, I shifted to this development. So I need to design my roadmap for this software development. So from where to start and where to end. Can you just give me some
Okay.
tips?
Software development, as you can see in one of my posts, you just need to begin with C. You told you were working as an embedded engineer.
Yes, yes, right.
So you need to be having good hands-on experience with C, a good understanding of microcontroller architectures,
Yes.
and a bit knowledge of OS. That would be
Actually,
pretty much it.
I have also done vector from Bangalore.
Okay, that's great. The material that they
Yes.
provide, yeah, once you during the time that you were going through the institute, that was the studying period, I could say, because we couldn't grasp the amount of information that they were presenting. But if you refer all the materials that they have posted, you could find that it has over like 3 years of experience information. You can dig deeper into those material and find many things about that. That is one of the
Yes,
advantages.
yes. Vector material, right?
Well, you just need to prepare that, and you can also
Okay.
find the material online. But I could say that this would be difficult because you do need to have some guidance on where to start. Although if you are trying to prepare on your own, you might get lost in some
Yes, yes.
point at some point of time. So it's better to
Yes,
have
yes,
someone
right.
who could guide you, a mentor like Vamshi. So you
Mhm.
can contact us once after the meeting. We can have
Yeah,
one-on-one
yeah, yeah,
session
sure.
and briefly discuss about this.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. So, day by day, like first day, second day, I need to prepare little bit, like step by step.
Yes, yes. You don't need to burden yourself or create a 5 to 6 months map on which topic to do when. Just pick a topic for
Yes,
today.
yes.
So just sit at a corner and think what you can just how to get started in embedded software. The approach that I follow, I browse through LinkedIn job portals. I find whatever qualifications that they need, the companies are having. I talk with people who are actually working on that particular product, and I ask them, what do you expect from a person who come into your team? Skills do they have? And according to that, I
Mm-hmm.
would just create what I really want, and what if I go to a company, I should be an asset to their team. I shouldn't be like a person who needs to start to learn everything from scratch. That would be like a win-win situation once you have good knowledge, because the company, consider yourself working in your as you are working in your company. If your teammate has similar knowledge as yours, you can share 50% of your workload to him, and you can see where it goes. You would be less stressful. The work gets completed faster because they have knowledge on that
Yes.
particular thing. So, thinking in that manner, when you start your preparations for the interviews, the company would understand who exactly you are and what exactly you're looking for.
Yes, yes. Right, right. Okay, so I will get in touch with Vamsi sir, I think. It's better.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay, thank you then. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you, Thank you, Shubham.
Hello, Yashwant. Can I ask a question?
Yes, yes.
Hi, my name is Ravi. Thank you for the presentation. I wanted to know if you are currently working in any of those companies in US. Are you working in any?
Oh, I'm not yet working in any companies because I'm doing my teaching assistantship at the university. As
Okay.
I have completed my 8 months, but since I started my teaching assistant,
Mhm.
graduate assistant, you could say, I can't drop it in mid. So I can only work in companies from January, you could say.
Yeah. Because I was asking because I just finished my master as well in Toronto, and
Okay.
I was thinking to move to US, like especially in Michigan, because I hear a lot from LinkedIn saying people like actually come to me asking for if you want to move to US, and I just want to know how how to connect with you in future, like if I need a reference for a job or something like that, or we can connect in personal base too. I just wanted to know if you are open for that.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. You can just ping me up on LinkedIn. We can have a one-on-one session. And I do know few people who are working in companies like as embedded engineers. And yeah, we can just figure that out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Just,
because
just
I
connect
just
with me.
recently also became Canadian citizen, so it's easy for me to move right now. And
Yes.
I just don't have any connections right now. So I just wanted to network with you. Thank you very much for your help. Yeah,
Yep. Sure. Ravi, thank you.
thanks.
Yeah, Ashwin, there is a question in the chat box. Can you please answer that from Ajay Kumar?
Yes.
Yeah, he says, I am currently working as trainee. I am interested in space sector and robotics. What is the basic knowledge to get into this field? What are the roles available for in embedded system? So maybe the second question is a little bit generic, but maybe the first one, based on your research, you can actually help him.
Yes. It's basic knowledge. So the first thing that I could say is you need to have a good amount of knowledge on RTOS. When it comes to the space industry and robotics, you can just link that with the rovers and the launchers that are being distributed. I mean, sent in space. I have done a good research on the Curiosity rover. When you want to learn of what, or if you want to learn a particular concept, in this one, when you say robotics and space sector, you can just link with a particular rover. What I have done was, I had a similar question, so I dived into the Curiosity rover, what it does and how it works. When you get to know how it works, you can see the layers of things that an embedded, the layers of things a person needs to have to develop this particular kind of robot. So what I found was you need to have good amount of experience in C, C++, assembly. We will for embedded controllers, for the microcontrollers, I could say in space sectors, the processors, sorry, they use rad hard processors, that is radiation hardened processors, because there is heavy radiation in space, and they need to make sure that the bits don't flip too frequently, and even though the bit flip occurs, there needs to be some side of some calculations that need to manage that. So you need here the concept, you need to have a good amount of a solid understanding of bit manipulations and a good testing knowledge, I could say that. Um, RTOS, testing, bit manipulations, good knowledge on data structures, various data structures that are available, and of course the scene. When you talk about the space sector, it gets pretty complicated. If you're planning for space sectors in India, there are many startups. The Star startup in Gujarat, it has many opportunities over there where you can start as an intern or and continue get to know what how a satellite, they do have workshops that I frequently see on LinkedIn, where they develop CubeSats, a small 1 centimeter 1 by 1, not 1 by 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter by 10 CubeSats using Arduino, and they launch it by the homemade rockets. So as I said about Arduino, you just need to have a solid understanding of the microcontroller architecture too. And regarding the roadmap for this, I'm creating one yet because as I have browsed many things, things are very much cluttered. I'm just trying to keep them all in one place. The article regarding that will be published in few days.
Okay, yeah. So I hope Ajay, your question got answered. Okay, do we have Ajay? Yeah, we have. Yeah. So here is one question, like how many of you feel that there is a lack in the depth of knowledge that you currently have? Type me in the chat box. Yeah, I hear somebody like you are like somebody that, okay, I hear the words, but then I feel that there is a lack of depth in the knowledge. And I am little bit concerned, not actually a little bit, I am very much concerned that when I go into the interview, this is where I feel I will not be able to perform and get the job, because I feel that I still need to go a little bit more, understand a bit more. So I see Sanmitra saying me, Subramanya. Okay. And how many of you also feel that I can get hold of some information about bare metal because everyone talks about it, but I'm not having sufficient understanding and knowledge about RTOS. And that is worrying me a lot. Industry is asking wherever I go for interview, people are mandatorily asking that you need to have RTOS knowledge. If you are somebody who know a little bit about bare metal, but still not so confident, and you don't know much about RTOS, type again me in the chat box. Okay. Oh, I think rest of the people are more comfortable with RTOS. Okay, Ajay, Karnika. Great, great. Okay. So the reason why this question is being asked, like we heard even I think Shivam, right? Shivam was asking that I want to start. What if you get a roadmap along with a project? Anyways, Yashwant's book contains the problem statements, and you have to search solutions on your own. But anyways, you go to the GitHub, then you find solution. But do you know that right now, for that matter, when you give your resume to somebody, people look at, or companies look at the section called projects. The reason is very simple. If they are calling you, they know your name. If you are getting called, they know your phone number. If you are getting called, they know your email ID. These are the it is not like bare metal things only, basic things that they know about you. But they need to know about your capability, and only your projects can speak that. How many of you agree for this? Type I in the chat box. Yes, I agree. Type I in the chat box that your projects really matter a lot in your resume. What if right now, if you can, I will be sharing a context form. You sign up that you will have 6 hours of session where we start with a problem statement. It's a requirement. Ultimately, it is like this, that I make an English statement, which is the requirement. The final output that I expect at the end, which solves that requirement, would be a code. Do you agree with this? This is what is the whole thing that is going around. Type yes in the chat box. Yes, ultimately it is requirement Vamsi, and ultimately it is the code that has to go out, which is satisfying the requirement. If I can tell
Can you repeat it again? Sorry, sir. Ramsey, sir.
The whole problem is like people give you a requirement. The end product people expect is the code. Whatever magic you do in between, whatever noise you make, whatever cribbing you do, does not matter a lot. A requirement is given to you, which we can say that a problem statement, and ultimately people expect you to write a piece of code that solves the problem. Is it not the whole essence of somebody being a developer? Type yes in the chat box. Some people have already typed. If there is any disagreement, you can also disagree, but I believe out of my experience, this is the thing. What if mid of October, from mid of October, there weekly thrice we will meet, a 2-hour session. The first day would be introduction of the problem and also understanding what is the high level design and the low level design, because we only have 6 hours and I am trying to crunch the time on weekdays, because on weekends I am also quite busy because of my other activities. Weekdays, I will let you know what are the days that we start with a problem statement, and after 6 hours of our interaction, which means 3 days you have, that you end up implementing a code that you can put on your resume. How good that will be. Type nice in the chat box if you feel that, oh, 6 hours and I can put a project in my resume. And I'm upfront saying this project will be related to IoT as of now. But yes, I will leave you after 6 hours a variation of the theme that you can integrate RTOS into it. Or rather, I would say that this particular activity that you are creating or the project that you are creating can be made as a process or task in an RTOS. And I will leave you with a bare bone code of that, because 6 hours is way too less to accommodate so many things. Do you agree? Type yes in the chat box. If you get in 6 hours a project that you can put in your resume and then work on it at later point of time to integrate into RTOS because you have the enough knowledge, will this solve the problem? Type yes in the chat box. I want you to put the chat box on blasting mode, because I want to understand if what I am doing is really correct and it is really solving the problem. Because many people are asking me that, sir, I'm lacking in-depth knowledge. I have worked in bare metal, but RTOS is actually a problem to me. I'm not having much knowledge in RTOS. I am a fresher, but I do not know what to do, how to do. I don't have a roadmap. I want to change my job, but I don't have enough knowledge. If these are the problems that I see commonly across many people, and I have figured out after a lot of understanding and talking with people at my level and also seniors, that if somebody can take a requirement and write a code, we are more than happy with that. So in these 6 hours, what is that you will get? You will be getting the requirements document. You will be assisted to create low-level design document and high-level design document. You will be given ways to implement the code. Initially, there will be a lot of code reading and you will be doing a bit of change to the code. But there will be one assignment which will be given to you. And I am pretty much sure that with the understanding that you get in 4 hours, the next one day, which is 4 hours means 2 days, because the session happens in the evening. By third day evening, people would be at least coming up with their own bare bone code of a different problem. If these things are done, you are good to go, because you will be having a project. Then on the last day, as I mentioned, the RTA stuff also will be there, where it will be explained to you how this code can become as one of the tasks in RTAS. That is sound.
Yeah. So Vamsi sir, I have one question. So before starting this, for fresher, is it like you are
It does
providing
not
some
matter.
ABCDs?
This is
Okay.
we will start from point 0. I understand.
Yeah, that would be better. Yes.
Yeah, we will start from 0, but the only
Yes, yes.
concern is that I can only spend 6 hours. So attendance is needed, like all 3 days one has to attend, because it will not make sense. On the second day somebody joins, then on the first day already the high level and low level design has been done. So they will not understand anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm expecting from this design part only, like software architecture, high level, low level.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So the thing is, you can all type in your email IDs in the chat box. This because the chat also will get stored. Because I'm talking with you, let me share. Otherwise, the doc. If you are already part of the mail chain, or you are already getting the mails regarding this session, then type I in the chat box, because I don't have to think. You are already there in my radar and you are getting it. So is everyone getting that link to join? Yeah, obviously you are joining, so I know that you have the link, but I want to double sure that you are getting the link through the mail, not by any other means, so that I know that you are in the radar. Then I will be sending you these 21 people. I will be sending anyways. I will be floating to other people also. I have to see how many people can actually join. So this is the thing. By mid of October, this particular cohort will start. Depending on the strength, maybe I can split it into one cohort or two cohorts. But the promise is that by end of this journey, you will be having one project on your resume. You will have a story to say why this project is important, and rest assured, the interviewer will be impressed. Does this sound okay for you? Type me in the chat box.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, that is it for today's session. So any feedback that you have, that you want to give, any honest feedback as to how these sessions can be improved? What do you want to see more? What will make you to invite someone along with you because you are finding value from it? You can unmute and you can actually speak.
So again, Shubham this side, Vamsi sir.
Sorry?
So Shubham here, sir, again. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, so on LinkedIn, I have like met you 15 days back. So I read the content and it was very fruitful and useful for embedded domain people who just started their career. So you're on mission to train the people in their career, right?
Yeah.
So it was very nice occasion or nice moment for me especially because I have joined this session for first time today itself, and I got some lot of curiosities and enthusiasm to learn from you. That is one of the great things. This.
Yes. I'm just trying to eliminate the problem that I had in my early career. My early career,
Even you can share your career journey as well.
yeah, to say a few statements, my early career sucks. I saw all the
Okay.
bad things that can happen to somebody in early career, right from being confused to being ill-treated, disrespected, like a doormat, like a
Mhm.
like a ballpoint pen, use and throw pen. I was always at the
Mm.
bottom of the food chain. People were always consuming me only. I was afraid, and I was sitting at the back seat
Mhm.
in the meeting. I was praying to God that people will not call me during meetings. And I also don't want to
Mhm.
open my mouth.
Okay.
Humiliation in the whole public, in the sense, in the team meeting, people, the seniors used to humiliate. The only thing that
Mhm.
helped me during that time, honestly speaking, was to make and be friend with the code that I am given.
Mhm.
I read code as if my entire life depends on that. That's it. Food is also secondary.
Okay.
2 minutes, 3 minutes, get the damn thing into your mouth, chew it, drink water, and start reading the code. so many. I was trying to
Yeah.
eliminate one by one problem that, okay, this much amount of code I can't read. There were times wherein I don't know that if somebody does a malloc or if you do a malloc, you have to check
Mhm.
that the return pointer that is given by the value given by the malloc has to be checked for null connection or null check. I was not doing that and I did a mistake, and that ran into a very big thing. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
so and from there to a level where I was recruited in my past company Dell Technologies for just what I am, nothing less, nothing more. And
Okay.
I may be saying a word more about Yashwant. I literally told him one day, Yashwant, this is my journey. LinkedIn gave me so much, and I'm very proud to say that he actually, out of many mentees that I have, very few people actually followed the process, and whoever followed the process, they got extraordinary results. Yashwant, and there are other people who got. And one intern, he's not an intern. He just graduated from college. Within 1.3 months, he got an internship, paid internship of 22,000 in Hyderabad in space technology. He was so afraid, but I told him, no need to be afraid. Just be on LinkedIn, speak what you want to speak, write what you want to write. Do not think so much. Read this one textbook. Yeah, by the way, this is one more question I want to ask audience here. How many of you feel that the information around me is so much that I actually get confused rather than getting clarity? Type yes in the
Yes,
chat
yes. Even
box.
not only textbooks, other than textbook, there are a lot of career opportunities as well,
Yes.
or embedded
How
points
many of
itself.
you get confused because of excess information instead of getting clarity? Type yes in the chat box. And that's where some hand holding initially is needed. And that's the whole essence of this LE career talks, or my trying to do whatever I can for the best of the community. Yeah. So we are already overshot by 4 minutes. So I don't want to spoil your evening if you have any plans, and also your weekend. So with this, I request everyone to please be on camera so that I can take a very beautiful snapshot. I'm opening the gallery view. So I want to take a photograph and I want to see your smiling faces. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for coming on the camera and engaging very actively on the group. The first sign of you coming onto the camera shows your openness to growth also. Sanmitra, thank you. Momal, thank you. Nishant, Ajay, thank you very much. Kalyan, Shastri, Kapil. Let's push other people to come on to camera. Switch on the Rakuram, Nishant, Ajay. We are waiting for you. Okay. Just all people, it's okay. Then just have a smile on the mark of 3, 2, 1, go. So you will be hearing from me. Then if you are there in the group, I have captured you all. You will be getting the invitation for a 6-hour cohort where you will be ending up doing a project, populating your resume with one project at least that you can very proudly talk about because you wrote the code. Yeah. Thank you very much and see you. God bless. Thank you, Yashwant.
you.
Thanks for your time, and thanks for your time for all. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir,
Thank
one
you.
more last question. So
Yes.
I'm not in the group. Is there any chance that so can
Yeah.
join the group?
You please type the mail because the chat box also gets stored in the cloud, so I can pick it up from the chat. Yeah, you can type the chat
Okay, okay.
mail in the chat box. Yeah.
Yeah, I already dropped to my email ID in chat box.
Yeah. If it is there, then fine. Let me just check
Okay.
once.
Shubhamshivunde@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Let
I'm
me
just
share it again.
Yeah, that would be good. I know Ajay I have seen, Arul I have seen, Ajay Kumar I have seen, email ID. Yeah. Okay then. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.